So addiction, what is it? And how is it showing up in your life? This is not necessarily something that's a full-blown addiction like cocaine or opiates. Could be even a craving, an impulsive habit that you use to change your inner state. Addictions can be to, obviously, nicotine, vaping, alcohol, sugar, food addiction, compulsory eating, pornography. There's sex addiction, being addicted to your device, to your phone. All of these things exist because all of us, on some level, have a difficulty sitting with uncomfortable emotions and sitting in the present moment, along with processing emotions and feelings from the past. So the question here is, can you identify one behavior in your life which maybe keeps coming back in, you do it compulsively, and you're really ready to let it go? Or maybe you're not ready to let it go, but you're ready to at least acknowledge that you're doing something actively which isn't taking you into the life that you really want to live. The first step is awareness. Now, here's what most people get wrong about dealing with cravings and addiction. We're just going to use cigarettes as the example. And you can feel free to substitute for whatever you're thinking of in your life that you're ready to acknowledge isn't helping you. Let's say that we're talking about cigarettes. Now, quite often you'll see somebody trying to quit smoking cigarettes like this. They'll be fighting the cigarette, fighting smoking. And what's that doing? For example, if I tell you, don't think of a cigarette, what do you think about? Obviously a cigarette. What you have to understand is that even if you're holding in your mind, I need to stop this, I need to stop this, in your psychic field, you're still holding an image of that thing, which means that your subconscious mind is not hearing the word no. The only thing that is being filled with is more images of the thing that you're trying to get rid of. So you're actually sending psychic energy towards that thing, and you're actually amplifying its power. In reality, if you want to beat an addiction, first you need to change your relationship to that thing. This involves first admitting that you use it to change how you feel inside. Then noticing the times in which you want to use it. Are you feeling stress? Are you feeling guilty? Are you feeling burned out, overwhelmed? Are you feeling a sense of shame? And this is really why it's essential to do the deep emotional inner work, because if you're holding on to these pent-up emotions of the past, those are really what are driving this behavior. So if you really want to get rid of that craving, what you need to do is, one, clear out your emotional body, improve your emotional intelligence so that you increasingly become aware of what it is that you're feeling throughout the day. Then you also need to replace that stress relief habit with something that actually alleviates your stress. So you can do a habit replacement. Now, if you're still going out to the same bars and drinking a lot of alcohol, and you have an association of smoking cigarettes with drinking, and you're hanging out with the same friends that are smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol, you're going to have a really hard time stopping smoking cigarettes. The invitation here is to improve your life, take your life to a different level, and any other things that are attached to that unhelpful, I hesitate to say bad habit, any other things that are attached to that unhealthy habit, it's an excellent invitation to start to outgrow those things too, in the name of your alignment and your wellness. So then what starts to happen is then you start to build a life, you build a new identity around positive habits. Then to the point where then your new self actually isn't even drawn to those same cravings or habits that you once were. But something that's really key here is the reason why so many people get stuck within a craving loop is what's called a shame spiral. Because there's a part of them that doesn't want to be doing the habit anymore. Maybe it's cocaine, Maybe it's, I don't know, drinking excessively. Maybe you're doing a habit in secret. Maybe it's pornography. But the reason why that habit has control over you is because of the shame, predominantly the shame. So the key to break that loop is to actually bring in self-love, forgiveness. In David Hawkins' scale of emotions, shame and guilt are two of the lowest on the emotional scale. Once you actually get up towards love and forgiveness, those are the emotions, the energies that will allow you to set yourself free from the vicious shame spiral of craving and addictions. So if you catch yourself doing the thing, that's, I guess, my cigarette hand. I guess that's what that signal means. Really, one of the key elements is you need to learn how to actively love yourself. And if you catch yourself doing that thing, you just sit with yourself. You hold yourself like this. You can close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. You can tap on these meridian points. You can tap on the top of the head. You can tap here between the eyebrows and on the side of the eyes. And then under the eyes. Tap on each one for about 10 seconds while breathing deeply. And you'll notice how your energy shifts. Then, with whatever that thing is, you want to start to release the shame completely, invite in new levels of self-love, and then eventually you fill your life with so many positive habits that that thing that you once really fought with, eventually it just disappears because you've let it go. And because your highest self, deep down, knows the habits and the things that are in alignment for you. So fighting, no, that's giving the thing too much energy. Identify when you're feeling a sense of shame. Get in touch with your inner world more, because the reason why you're doing this thing is to change something about how you're feeling. Embark on the journey of loving yourself and learn positive habits to release stress. Tools that can help: meditation, emotional freedom technique tapping, breath work, going to the gym. And there are also a few supplements as well that can help, because in addition to having cravings, to wanting to use them to change your internal state, oftentimes they actually as well can come from your body existing in a state of inflammation or even post-traumatic stress. So this is not medical advice. This is just advice and a suggestion for you if you've been dealing with this. I have a tapping video, an emotional freedom technique video designed to help you release the stress that is driving your cravings so that you can let go of these unhelpful habits for once and for all. Thanks for listening, and let me know if any of that resonates in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm a new channel. This is where we really merge spirituality, wellness, consciousness, emotional intelligence, self-development, but coming back to the practical tools so that you can create your aligned life. Namaste.